Good morning, sir. This is Viranaga Trise, and the course code of the subject was ECE 3003, and the course name was Microcontrollers. Apply the lab slot was L53 L54, and the program title was Task 2. The first question aim was to write an 805 an assembly level program to transfer a string data from code spaces starting at address 200 to RAM location starting at 40H. The data is shown below 0 to WDB VIT University using stimulated single step through the program document data and register. The tool required here is scale vision file. The algorithm, if you want, first you want to set and then set the data pointer at 200H location. And then set R1 data as per the first we want to get the lab slot, serial number, registration, and name of and my name UVN Trisha, and then VIT University in hexadecimal. And this transfer the string data from code space to RAM location starting at 40 and one shot. The flowchart we first want to set, and first and most important step is to save the number in decibels for the shifting, and to assign the address where to store the number, which is a 200H. Using the MOV mnemonic, move the content to 40H, and don't forget to click Q and select the member window after starting the program, and then we should end this program. This is the program. For the 0RG000H, we get the symbol that indicate the beginning of the program. For MOVA hashtag #00H, the immediate addressing mode here, and the machine required one cycle and is stored in 2 bytes. And this type of instruction is data transfer, and the comments which are here no flags affected. For A, #00H also immediate immediate addressing mode and one cyclic one did stored in two data, and here no flags affected. And R1 is also immediate, 1 2 no flags affected. And 0 999H was loop, and the CLR A11 logic, no flags affected. And we can see the stable each and every was explained clarity, and for everything we no flags was affected. And the maximum machine cycle required is 2 1, minimum was 1, and the number of bytes stored maximum is 1, minimum is 1. And finally we get the lab slot L53 plus L54, and 1 is the serial number and registration number 93 VIT University college name. And this is before execution. See, we get the 0 errors, and after the execution we can observe that I get the result I wanted: lab slot L53 L54, serial number 1 and registration number and university. And the time required was the 24 to 40.87 microseconds, and it's stored in 222 bytes, and addressing mode CRR relative immediate register indirect and indexed, and type of indexing using the LPR data transfer, branching or programming control, logical, arithmetic, and here the no flags were affected finally. The second one was the A to add the following subroutine to the 805 and assembly level program 1, and single step to the subroutine and examine the RAM location. After the data has been transformed from ROM space into the RAM, the subroutine should copy data from RAM location starting 40H to RAM location starting at 68. And here also the tools required was KLU algorithm is to first we should, and then first and most important step is to save the number in DB for shifting, and next to assign the address where to store the numbers, which is at 200H, and then using the MOV mnemonic move the content to the 40H. Similarly we can move them to 60H. Don't forget to click the view and select memory window after starting the program. Then the flowchart is to see, first we start, and first and most important should we save the number in DB for shifting, and which is assigned to 200H, and using MOV then we move to 60H, and next then we move to 60H. The first we will never forget to click and select the memory window after starting the program. And we also you can see the program. For everything is also no flag, each and every label mnemonic MOV MOV CLR MOV CNC everything. The type of instruction we get here: data transfer, logical and arithmetic, branching or programming controller, logical, data transfer, and every comment, and for everything here also the no flags were affected. So I'm finally getting here for HAMP we are using for jump, branching or program controller, and two cycles and two stored in 2 bytes. And we get the lab 53 serial number, registration number, university name, and this is a sneak before execution. I get 0 errors and 0 warning, system successfully, and finally I get the result that I want: lab slot L53 L54 and missed 1 and V18 instead after the execution. This is inference. The time for the assembly level program 8051 microcontroller was 563.11 per microseconds. The amount of memory required to store the program memory was 519 bytes. And the list and addressing are related to immediate, register, indirect, and indexed. And list the type of instruction used in ALP or data transfer, branching, or program logical and arithmetic, and no flags affected here. Finally, the result of the 8051 ALP to transfer a string data from code space starting at address 200H to RAM location starting at 40H is executed using a keyless inverter. Thank you, sir.